Hmm. I want the chat. Just launch. This will be on 3. This you can close. Actually, no, we just need the chat here, right? No, I know what we need. We need this. There you go. Send this to 4. That's your problem, 4. You have 1, 3. 1 we can kill. I think we can kill 1. And then just make this 1. There you go. There you go. All right, we got it. We got it. Hell yeah. They said it would not be possible. They said we would not make it. They said what they said. But we're still here. They were right though. Okay. There you go. Why is it so small? The freaking webcam. Don't see. Yeah, this shit is just so horrendous. Not lock. There you go. It looks like the resolution. Oh boy. I bet it's gonna break again. Wait. 60 Hz. I don't see the resolution. Here, resolution left unchanged. Why is it such a small range? Even like here we have it more. How is that possible? Discard. Yeah. I think it's dead now. Damn. Okay. How about this? Wait. We can change this one. There you go. Bro, for real? Camera died. Fuck me. There's no way to bring it back. Oi. What is happening? Socials. Okay. Oh, this is alert box. But why would I want to disable the alert box? That doesn't make any sense. Event, emoji. Emoji wall. You can move it here. This is where it was supposed to be. There you go. Webcam. What is this at the top? Wait. This new tab. Oh. What the fuck was that? Bro, I'm so confused. My camera is not working. Let me go. Oh, today is the day of the Linux desktop, whatever. But the camera doesn't work though. I don't even know how that's possible. You just restart the damn thing. What's going on? Even if you switch like this, it works. Brother. Wait. How about video format? Changing the video format should restart the fucking thing. So it's there, but it's not there? How does that work? Brother. I never seen this before. Like, damn. This shit ass. And nothing fucking works. But then if I restart, it's gonna work. Oh, okay, whatever. My V2 emulated. Oh my god. Okay, just go like this. I don't care. I don't care anymore. No, just leave unchanged. I don't care anymore. Whatever then. Let's go. Oh, let's get it. All right. So what do we want? We want. I don't even know what I want. Okay. So go here. This goes to 5. Although you wanna leave 3. Oh, I left. Whatever then. Okay. So 3. Go this. Send to 3. Go to 3 again. There you go. Okay. Now I'm a Linux user. Yay. All right. I don't like that there's no title in this. I don't know why. Let's look at what's the name? Whatever then. All right. So just foot. See, foot has terminal integration. How is that possible? So you do cd. Let's go like this. There you go. All right. Dot config. Hold on, let me. I have my glasses so I can be more clear. Hold on. Go ask. Let's follow something. Maybe not here. Honestly, it's hard to say. I came back on you, man. Let's get it. Oh wait, I forgot. I have to do what I have to do. You have this one. You have to do shift. Right, then you do actually this one. Right, login chat, restream IO, there you go. Connected, nothing. Restream IO. Why is it not connecting? Oh my god. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Account expired. Okay. Account expired. Fuck it. Don't you know that? Okay, what I want? I want Alpine
Which
plus
laptop do you want?
Linux.
This Basilia or suszone pomidory pistacje?
Suszone pomidory, blah blah blah.
This one you want? Okay. Salone pomidory?
Yes. Oh yeah, that's true. Alright. Then it's just I'm just gonna change them. There we are. Oh. Oh. 2 subs. Time to go. Alright, we have something here. Alright, let's get it. This one I think you can close. Yeah, this is enough. I can, yeah, no need to reload even. All right, let's get it. So what I want, honestly, I don't know. I wanted to do some bullshit. All right, sway. There was something to do with sway. Wait. Let's look at the foot configuration because it's like if I compare the two. Let me send this guy there. If I compare the two, I like Ghosty a little bit more. But the difference is it just doesn't have the title, right? Then we could back up the settings, take a look at some configuration, maybe watch a video or two about this stuff, and that's pretty much it. Let's see how it goes. So I say, hold on. Wait a second, no, wait. I think I know what I want. I want not only this, but then I want to use this shell, right? But then it's like, okay, these scripts, they're gonna be in shell. So I changed the shell. I don't let it. Ah, fuck. All right, let's start with food. If you can customize the food, maybe we don't need this one. Let's see how it goes. All right, food terminal. Yeah, food terminal. Let's take a look here. I don't remember being Git though. Yeah, it was Goldberg, blah blah blah. I'm assuming this is the one. Daniel. This is a different guy. Oh, this is an official mirror. Okay. 7 months ago. One issue. Foot not respecting foot that I. But see, you have 8 hours ago. Your shit is so outdated. See this stuff? You have contributors and everything. Damn. Why mirror when it's Git? I don't get it. Can just use this one. Is it the account again? Configuration. Do we have anything? Configuration. Foot can be configured by creating a file. That defaults to this. Template for foot can usually be found or here. I'm gonna look at my system. We're gonna go use this one actually. There you go, we got it. Okay, so I'm here. Put we need to feed. All right. Yeah, you have shell if set. Otherwise, users default from etc pass wd to terminal or external color. It built with the term info disable. Okay, login shell. I have yes. Okay, app ID title, lock title no. But then it doesn't change, so I don't know. This is still font, letter spacing. Don't really want to mess with that. DPI aware, yes. But you're not saying what those settings are. I kind of don't like that. Wait. Can we go here? No? Okay. Troubleshooting, there's a wiki. We may need that. There was a... Wait, I'm going to the wrong thing. Not command Y. Control tab. There you go. Yeah, because then you have command. That's not set up. Ooh, that's not good. All right, we're gonna find a way. What is? Yeah, this one. Yeah, man, Arch has everything. I swear to God. Okay, include seems to be found. Okay, under main server daemon mode. Advantage of running server mode. It is the Philippine startup time. The downside is performance penalty. All Windows input outputs are multiplexed in the same thread. Each window will have its own set of rendering threads. This means one of the windows is very busy. For example, producing output, the other window will suffer. Also, server should crash, our window will begin. So that's not good. When you run normally, foot starts a new foot process for each window. Foot can also be run in server mode. In this mode, one process hosts multiple windows. All on communication, VT parsing rather than in the server process. Oh, I see. New window open. Oh, hold on. So it reduces the memory and startup time. Oh, look at this. Service or a socket. I forgot about that. Whatever. User unit. That's it. 3 tips and tricks GNOME. The standard and curses, blah blah blah. 10 of theme marks, foot, wikis entry for more detail. I was here. What is this? Isn't it the same one? This is the same one because no, this is the wiki. Okay. Okay. Footnote starting at all, no colors. I wanted more towards the configuration, but I don't see anything. Metric input on Vim. I had that issue before. Close this one. What is this? Man, I wish there was more information because I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing out. Box drawing uses font glyphs. Okay, initial window size doesn't matter. Size by cell, skip grid, resize, bold text, and bright. Let's do the following. If we split with config ghosty and config. There you go. Don't you have that? Let's talk about bold. Bold is bright. Oh, okay. 22. Let's do this. No. To find no. So yes. Okay. Then the font is not working properly. Although that's a UTF-5 whatever, right? Box drawing uses font glyph. Let's use this. Why not? 2x. Find me the equal. Yes. Set it auto save. I thought it was not auto saving. Man, so many issues with this shit. Alright, worker selection. Target primary, delimiters. Don't really care. Environment. This is probably environment variable. Bell. No. Focus. No. Whatever then. Desktop notifications. I'm not using a notifier. Fuck it. I think I should. Right? Scroll back. 1000 lines. Okay, this is actually what I wanted. So if I come here, ghosty. What was it? I already forgot about it. I don't remember shit. I think it was scroll back. Where is it? I just saw that. I literally just saw that. Scroll. Oh, I'm blind. I'm so blind. And I'm tired all the fucking time. I swear to God. Yeah, go. Big GitHub, whatever. Yes, no, here. Here. And then you have scroll back. Scroll back limit, yeah. Size, no matter what, set limit. Okay, to a visible screen, left authority limit. Scroll back, blah. Okay, but what is the current process with set all limit to that? Okay. So just scroll back, there is no setting. That's it. Damn. The size is per terminal surface, not entire application. Alright, let me read the entire thing. The size of the callback buffer in bytes. This includes active screen. No matter what this setting is set, enough memory will always be allocated for the visible screen, and anything left over is the limit for the scrollback. I see. When the limit is reached, the oldest line are removed from the scroll bar. Oh, okay, like that. Scroll bar currently exists completely in memory. Makes sense. This means the larger the value, the larger the potential usage. Scroll bars are located basically up to this limit. But if you set a very large value, it will not immediately consume a lot of memory. Yeah, that makes sense. The size of the terminal surface, not from the This is the size for the terminal surface, not for the entire application. Okay? It's not currently possible to do that. This can be changed at runtime, but will only affect new terminal surfaces. Okay. So if we go here, if I don't have, right? I don't have. So we're gonna come here. Indicator position, relative, indicator format, whatever. I just need this too. Man, this is actually a good shit. All right, so we're gonna go with that 5. Multiplier can stay. Don't really care about that. Let's get into the colors, man. URL, launch, open URL, label letters, blah blah blah, protocol, blah blah blah. URL characters, cursor, style block. Okay. Blink rate. No, blink no. There you go. Yeah. Can we have like a good separation here? Let me see. Wait. So this is background. Really like this. Then you have this is the cursor, right? And then you can have both this through here, right? Then you have font. This can be behavior, confirm class, surface, another cursor, right? Then another behavior. There you go. Now we're able to see what happened. It's not saving. Why? Right. So you have block, nice. Cell blink false, nice. Then the rest, I don't care. It can be default. Might hide when typing, no. How is it? Okay. Yeah, same thing. Insert mode is different. So that means I don't need to do anything. Touch. Don't press the line. Colors. Yeah, we got it. We got it in colors, bro. We got it in colors. Background. So we're gonna go here, 10K. Come here, a little bit of that. Maybe remove the hashtag. And let's see what. Let's see. Go just to a new one, and then here, foot. There you go. Right? He's doing exactly what I told him to do. Flash, bright colors, regular colors, dim colors. Don't really care. CSD server. Double click to max. That doesn't. Key bindings. If something I actually don't want no key bindings to be fair. Because I just do everything from the terminal or by myself or whatever. I don't know. Beam FT, whatever. What is this? DOS INI. File type. Okay, looks good. The rest I don't need none of this. Okay. We close that. This I don't need none of the, none of the quit, none of this. Font size is funny that it's different for some reason. Yeah. Looking good, nice, more vivid. That's it. If he's doing the same thing as the other one, I don't think I need the ghosty. Right? So we're just gonna remove do as user local bean. We're gonna okay, let's just do su I believe this. There you go. Local bean. We're gonna remove before anything. Yeah, let's remove bun and let's remove ghosty. Ghost is smaller than bun? Damn. Damn. Oh, look at this shit. Which Vim? Oh, I think I put this. Okay. Okay. Bash. Hold on. If we go to etc, not shells, profile. I usually don't touch this guy, right? PS1. Yeah, local is there. So how come I wasn't able to see that? Pagers last. Oh. Okay, because I remember that what did I do? Vim. Hold on, wait. Which and Vim. Yeah, cd user bean. A bunch of things. Let's text the scroll. Yeah, it's good. We didn't have this before, so that's good. Honestly, this is all I need from it. Okay, but I'm looking for Vim. UV. There's a VI, and I don't think there's an NVim. There's Node. And Node. I swear to God. Yeah, there's no NVim. PS. No, there is NVim. Look. How come there's an NVim here? Wait. Okay, can I go back? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's pointing to this one. Okay. Oh good. Sit with DB client. Then okay. All right. Looking good. User being local being. If we just remove this guys. All right. I'd say it looks good. Honestly, no complaints. I think I fucked up. Wait, foot. Now you do config sway config. I always forget this. Variable, right? And then you go 14. Find ledge A, and then you just do foot, and then you do the reload, and then you just do like this, and then you just do again. There you go. Yeah, we have foot. It works. It does exactly what what I expect it to do. It's not that deep. I assume I'm gonna use on my Mac because uh it has a little bit of Mac integration, and even if I were to change it, I would not change it right away. Yeah, so life is good over here. All right, that's it when it comes to right when drops. That's it when it comes to this stuff. And I would like to try some K3s. I want to try some K3S or some bullshit, but not sure if it's gonna be possible in Alpine. Swear to God. Okay. So we have our terminal. We decided to go with food. That's great. Now for sway, right? Zisha, I think okay, I think I'm gonna use Zisha just because I have it on Mac, right? But the scripts I'm gonna create, I'm gonna prioritize shell, then bash, only then something else. I don't need anything else, honestly. This is what? This is troubleshoot. Shell integration. Let's see. New. Oh, Ctrl Shift N by default. If parent, blah blah blah. What? Oh, you can do that? Ctrl Shift N. Oh, Ctrl Shift N. Oh. I just call a new one. Hold on. How do I do it, Ghosty? I just do Command N. Well, whatever. Not that deep. Jump in between. You don't need this. Whatever. Up, man. PPI font size. Everything is okay. Pragmatically check if running. Foot. I don't need none of this. It's okay. All good. So far, so good. Okay. We got it. I wanna go to YouTube. I didn't have the chance, so we're gonna do it here. Let's watch the videos. 3 videos I want to watch. So just do reject. Oh, if you wait, that goes out away. What? You can do that? Okay, so you go. That will be actually the stream for today. System keeps getting better. Covering review of 20 hours usage. 20 hours is not enough. Sway window manager. Yeah, let's go watch Gary Newell. Right? That's his name. Damn. I know Sway. Add to the queue. Add to the queue. Let's get it.
Milion ludzi z polską w sercu.
Okay. Let's go.
Everyday Linux user. In today's video, I have been spending a week on Sway Window Manager. So I haven't used any other desktop in the meantime. I just wanted to get to grips with Sway and actually use it for a week to see how usable is it within the realms of doing day-to-day normal activities. So the first thing I'd like to point out is
I just don't know what to put in my fucking thing. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe volume? Oh, thank you.
There you go.
that I had a couple of videos that came out during the week that you may have seen, which troubleshooted some of the problems I came across. Now, one of those was that when you run something like Dolphin, and you click, for instance, down here on network drives, it wasn't displaying this login box, and this login box is called a policy kit, so you need to install a policy kit to get this to work. And so By installing a policy kit, I was now able to get that to work. Other problems I had during the week were OBS and Kden Live weren't particularly working very well with Wayland, so what I did was installed the Flatpak versions of OBS and Kden Live, and now they work a lot better. So they're the main issues I've had during the week. Now you can see I've been playing with my setup. You can see I've got a new wallpaper, I've got Conky running. Window Manager. Now, some of you might think you haven't configured it very well, but I was just playing, trying to get used to it, trying to understand how you configure these sort of things. Now, I kind of briefly touched on what you do to configure in my initial setup video, but let's have a quick look to see what I have done. So if I go into my config folder, and there's a Sway folder, and I'm going to nano into my config. So all this stuff at the top was already there, but what I've changed is the Rofi menu. I'm now using a theme, and the theme is called Fancy 2, but I've also customized that theme myself. Yes, you might not like the colouring, but it's actually cleaner than what I had before, and I quite like it. I've changed the wallpaper, and the way I did that, I went on to ChatGPT, said, I want this kind of wallpaper, can you create it for me? And I went through a few variations, but eventually I've got something that I'm quite happy with. And then down at the bottom, I've added gaps to all my windows. So I've got an inner gap of 10 pixels and an outer gap of 5. So inner would be inside the window. You can see this bar doesn't go all the way to the side. And if I open another window here, you can see there's actually a gap between the two windows. You can see I've messed around with colours, and I've given all my windows, and I've lined up the headings so that you can see which colour goes with which thing. So for focus, window, you've got a neon blue border, which is this thing here, and you can see I've got an indicator of neon pink, which is the one to the right, that shows the edge of the window, and my text is the foreground colour, which is this sort of grey colour, and then we've got neon blue background. Then you've got unfocused windows, inactive windows, urgent is like if there's an error, and then you've got placeholders. Now down here you can see if I go to another tab, I've got Conky open over here, so I had to add in a call to Conky. So when this first loads up, it sleeps for 5 seconds, and then it runs Conky, and it points to my own Conky configuration over here. And you can see here, this is where I included the policy kit agent. So when you haven't got something running that needs to run every time you start the window manager, you put it in this Sway config file. So if I want to, so this NM applet is the network applet up here. Policy kit is the thing I showed you before about entering username and password, and Conky is this thing over here.
Why is it so hard to make perfect 3D?
And you can see the way bar has changed at the top, so I've added my own config in for that. So if I nano into my config, I borrowed some of this from other people, but essentially I've got my workspaces over here, got my clock in the center, I've got various symbols like pulse audio, got my keyboard state, got my memory, my CPU usage, and the current temperature. Config. I borrowed some of this from other people, but essentially I've got my workspaces over here, got my clock in the center, I've got various symbols like pulse audio, got my keyboard state, got my memory, my CPU usage, and the current temperature of the computer, and how much disk usage I'm using, and I've got some system trait icons as well. And for each of these, you can configure it the way you want it. So for instance, the clock, I can configure the time format. Now you're really looking at the config. You really want to find the wiki pages or the man pages for Waybar to fully understand what you can put in these things. This video isn't going to take you in depth into that. This is just showing you what I've done during the week and how I got on with Sway. And there's some settings for pulse audio as well. So now I've got it. So if I click on here, it brings up my pulse audio volume controls. And you can see I'm talking, so there's a little bit of noise there. So we can close that. And we've got various settings for other things. So if I click on the disk, it will bring up Dolphin like that. But the point of a tiling window manager is you're supposed to get used to keyboard shortcuts. So I've actually got my Dolphin connected to a keyboard shortcut. So if I exit out of there, the next one I'm going to show you is this thing here. This is my Rofi menu. I haven't actually put my config in a config folder here. So these are where all the themes are stored within Manjaro. They're in the user share Rofi themes folder. And you can set, if I go into my Sway config, you can see Rofi is using this fancy 2 Razzie theme here. So I'm going to close out of that. but I can set it to any one of these other themes. Actually, let's do that. Let's open it up. Just to show you in action, let's do sidebar.
Milion ludzi z Polską w sercach pokazało, że możemy żyć.
And you can see you get this sidebar instead on the right hand side. We'll do the V2 on that as well. And you can see you get this one instead. Now you can install more VASI themes, so Rofi themes. You can do that from the Manjaro using. You can do that in Manjaro using Parmac. You do it in other operating systems as well via the software manager of choice. You can probably also download it from Git and other places as well, but these are the places you install it from. Now you can edit these files, so I'll put that add fancy 2. So really, I should put this in my own config folder, but if I look at fancy2.vasi, you can see I've set these as sort of like default colors. Again, so you've got window colors, and I set them to different colors based on these settings up here. The list view, you've got scroll bar, and then you've got the main element. So the main element would be each one of these. So Dolphin's an element, OBS Studio is an element. And you can set the color, so you can see in my case the background color is purple and the foreground color is white, but I could change that to be the other way around. You see that's now changed, and the reason it's only changed half of them is we've got an element alternative down here. So you see now they're all white with purple text, but I kind of like it the other way around.
Have you ever wondered who stood behind the...
And you can see each of them have got icons on them, and these are all the settings that you can put in place for Rofi. The other thing you might have noticed is that my terminal is changed. So if I go back to my config folder, and we'll go into Alacrity, clear that, ls, and you can see I've got this alacrity.toml file, and the background color of the window is this color, except I've got opacity on. So with opacity on, you can see it's showing you the wallpaper. But if I come down to here and I set it to 1, you can see you can no longer see through the wallpaper. But I quite like it like that. You've got all these other colors here, but the other thing I'd like to show you is the font. So you've got font size of 14, and I've set my font to this family here. And so that means my font in my terminal is now a lot larger as well. Sometimes people are upset that my font's too small when I'm doing terminal related stuff. So that is Alacrity. So you can see I've done a lot when it comes to customization this week, and the whole point of the week on is to actually use the system to see how well we get on. So other than configuration, and I've also mentioned the issues with the policy kit, and I've mentioned the issues with OBS and Kdenlive. Now, the only other thing I want to talk about when it comes to using this, so if I run Kdenlive, and I open one of my previous videos, one thing I've noticed is that if I'm trying to select one of these, it's a lot harder to select the edges of the videos here. To actually, you see the cursor disappears. It's a lot harder to do this. So this only really happens within the Sway Window Manager. It's difficult to actually judge this. So I found myself clicking around, and sometimes when you're editing videos,
procrastination.
Want to snip off a tiny portion like that. So if I came here, it's now virtually impossible to click into that bit. So what I've had to do quite a few times is drag there, and you see I'm struggling. Now I've got it, and now I can delete it, and then you can drag that back into position. But you can see that was a bit of a problem for me. I'm going to close this down because I don't want to overwrite that video, but that's one of the issues I have come across with using a window manager. By and large though, as somebody who's been using computers for a long time, as somebody who's been using Linux a long time, I have fallen in love with tiling window managers, and I can understand why other YouTubers are using them as well. It does improve my workflow quite a lot. You know, quite often you'll be in a terminal and you need to enter some commands, and sometimes you need some help. So you might go, for instance, how do I change my Rofi config? Now, you can do this with a normal layered window manager, and you snap to the side, but you can see this is already snapped in a decent way already. If I want to type stuff from there into there, I can see what I'm typing already without having to flick between windows. Essentially, if you haven't got that, it should be make -P and then we have fancy 2. So now I've got my config in the right place. If I go into that folder, by the way, change one of these things. You can see it's now using the config in my config folder as opposed to the one that's in the user share folder. So now my VASI config's now in the correct folder. We're going to put that back to purple. But you can see I can now read this and I can follow the instructions, and it's a lot easier to do that because the windows are side by side. And it's quite easy, like sometimes your screen can get cluttered. For instance, you might decide that you need to open another terminal window and copy things from one thing to another. Now what that means is your web browser might be getting in the way. So what you can do is just press the Windows and a number key, and it puts that on another window. So it's Windows Shift, sorry, and then another number. And you can see now I've got my two terminals side by side. But if I go to 3, I haven't closed down my browser. I haven't closed down my web browser, so I can still continue to use it. So from that point of view, tidying window managers are absolutely brilliant. So that's really all I've done with my week on Sway. I've configured it. I've taken a wallpaper. I've added Conky. I haven't even mentioned that. You can see I've got Conky over here. Let's quickly show you how I did that. So if I open up another terminal, what I did was sudo pacman -sconky. You can see it's reinstalling, so we don't need to do that. And then all I did was in my config for Sway, I just added this line of code here. Now I have configured my Conky, so if I go back here and go into Conky and do ls, you can see I've got a conky.conf file. And these things up here basically do things like tell you where it's aligned. So you can see I've got it aligned top right, but I can have top left, bottom right, bottom left. You can have it centered if you want to. These are the default colors I've used, where the borders are on and things like that. This is the font I'm using, Source Code Pro. But that is how Conky is set up and works. So yeah, Sway Window Manager, I'm not saying it's for the everyday Linux user, I'm not saying it's for the new user, but if you're a little bit more technical, more experienced, and you want to try something to streamline your processes and change the way you work, and if you really like configuring your window manager to work the way you want it to, and you want it to be quite lightweight, then Sway Window Manager or any of the others, i3, Hyperlad, etc., all work in a very similar way, so you can really customize these things to within an inch of their lives and make it work exactly how you want it to. So that's it, a week on Sway.
Dodaj świeżości.
Linux user. In today's video, I'm going to show you some more customization techniques that you can do with the Sway Window Manager. Now, in my previous video, I showed you how the Sway Window Manager works and how you can configure it using the config settings within Sway. So in today's video, you can see I've customized mine a bit more. We've got Conky over here on the right. You can see my waybar looks different to how it did before. I've obviously got this nice new wallpaper. And yeah, so I'm going to show you how to customize Sway itself. I'm going to show you a little bit about waybar customization. I'm going to show you how I got Conky working. I'm also going to show you how I changed this row theme menu, and I'm going to show you different ways that you can do that. Now, obviously, I'm not very artistic with this sort of stuff, so to your eyes, it might burn your eyes with the colour settings and stuff like that, and there's no way in the world that I'll probably stick with this sort of setup, but this video is all about showing you how to do it, not... per se. Right, so let's look at the Sway settings first. So if I press return and enter, you can see I've changed my terminal settings as well. A complaint I quite often get is my terminal too small. So I've defaulted my terminal so that the font size is a bit larger now. So we're going to go into the config settings, and we're going to go into the Sway folder, and in there I've got a config file. And if I go into that config file, I've shown you most of this before. This is where your keyboard settings are. And when it comes to the wallpaper, what I found is ChatGPT, if you want a new wallpaper, go onto ChatGPT, say, I want a wallpaper, say the dimensions you want, and then describe what it is you're looking for. So in my case, I kind of went for a cyberpunky penguin hacker type thing, and then it asks you different questions along the way, and then hopefully get something that kind of appeals to you. So that's what I've got there on my background wallpaper. But most of the stuff now is down at the bottom that I've added recently. So I've added gaps between the windows. You've got inner gaps, they're the gaps inside the window, and then you've got the outer gaps, they're the gaps between two windows. So I've got 10 pixels inside and 5 pixels outside. And I've also turned smart gaps off. Now, these are setting different colors variables. So I'm basically setting this gray color here to the foreground color, background color, this color here, then all these different color types. And you can see I've got this section here called window border colors. And the way I've lined it out is I've got the 4 headings, so you've got what the border color is going to be, what the background color is going to be, what the text color is going to be, and the indicator color. And these are the different states of your windows. So if I'm focused on a window, I'm going to get a neon blue border and a neon blue background. And my text is going to be the foreground color, which is the grey color, and then we've got the indicator, which is the neon pink, which is what you're seeing on the right hand side of the screen there. When you're unfocused, so if I open up a new window, you can see this window's now become focused, the one on the right and the one on the left has become unfocused, and the border now becomes the background color, so it has no border. The background stays the same, and then we've got this steampunk value, which is the indicator. And then you've got focused inactive, So it might be the focus window, but it may not be active. So that's the colours there. And then you've got urgent, and that's if there's some sort of error. It's going to put the urgent colour, in which case, in this case, it's going to be a bright red colour. So a warning error message is going to come up. It's going to be that. And then we've got this placeholder one here. I'm going to close this window because we don't need it. Default border, I've got pixel of 5. That's why it's quite thick. And then down here, I've added my conky settings. We'll come back to this later on. But for now, we'll come out of there. So that's what I did to configure my window manager. So if I go here, you can see the colours change. And as I flick, you see the border goes from one to the other. So now what we're going to look at is the way bar. So if I go back one and go into the way bar config folder, you can see I've got config and style.cs file. So if I do sudo nano, so if I do sudo find and I look for way bar, you can see there's an etc xdg way bar folder. So if I go into that, do ls, you can see I've got a config.jsonc and a style.css file. So that's the default config that's going to set. But if I go back to my config way bar folder, you can see I've got a config file and a style.css. So the files I put in here with those names override the ones in the default folder. So if I add anything in there that's not in the other config file, they will take precedence. So if I look at the config, you can see I've got position top and layer top. I can actually change that if I wanted. If I, for instance, now my way bar is now at the bottom of the screen rather than at the top of the screen. And they are, it's back at the top. And then you've got the different areas of the screen. So on the left, I've got my workspaces, which are these 1 and 2 here. So if I go 1, it'll show you my OBS, and 2, I've got this window here. And I can do window 3, and then I've got a blank screen. And then we've got center, which is the clock here. And then on the right, we've got all the different indicators. So we've got pulse audio, which is the audio here. We've got the keyboard state, so that shows I'm using a US keyboard. I've then got memory, I've got CPU, temperature, and I've got disk usage. And then these are the system tray icons. And this here is actually the NM applet, and so that's in my Sway config, and it's not configured via Waybar. So for each of these modules, you can then put your other config in there if you want to. So for the clock, I've chosen the format of the clock. So %A is a shortened version of the day of the week, and then afterwards we've got the hours and minutes. And there's no tooltips. If I hover over it, it doesn't give me a tooltip. And then we've got the keyboard state, so numlock, caps lock, and then it formatted an icon on it. Pulse audio, got various settings for that. So that's this setting here, and you can see I've got a microphone next to it. And then you've got one of these for each sort of sentence. Now I did have all these lined up, but for some reason it's saved in a funny way so that they're not tabbed across.
Okay.
They should be really tabbed across in a nice neat fashion, but they're not. So I'll sort that out later.
Yada. What is this? Honestly, I don't see a reason to customize Sway. I will look at the
Is blue, which
other
is
ones.
actually this colour here. So it might say blue, but it's whatever is defined here. My colour is cyan, so that's my foreground colour. So that's going to be that colour.
This
And
is
then my font
what?
family,
This
I
is
set to
way
this
bar
source code
again.
pro
Okay.
node mono value. So I downloaded.
W Lorenz wierzymy, że wiele jest.
And that is the launcher. Is that you or the cat?
If you're using Manjaro like I am, it's sudo pacman -s and then Mofi. And you see I've already got it installed, and it's going to say reinstall. It's going to cancel out that, but you would obviously install that. And then within your Sway config, you
This
simply have to
is
set
what?
it to the screen.
Oh my fucking god. Wait, this is Sway. Wait. This is Sway. No, but he's just changing the run or whatever. This is what? This is Razi again. Oh, alright. So many ads, I swear to God. Okay, this is Sway.
Now I have configured my conky, so if I go back here and go into...
Okay, that's conky, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, there's nothing here. Alright, let's get out of here. Just a bunch of ads. Okay. 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 Wait, what do you mean Alpine? Is that localhost? No. Wait. Let's see profile. Profile. Oh, yeah, profile. I have path, bash, PS1. Oh yeah, this is host name, working directory. Okay. With bash version. Oh. And then this is Z shell. Okay, and then the default. Wait. Then whatever this is, UAD equals 0 PS1 with this else. Okay, I see. And this is just load every script that you have here. Okay, whatever. Unset script. I thought, do you need to unset? Oh, I would create a function local, but whatever. Okay, seems to me. Wow, that's so beautiful. Oh my god, this is such a good bash. Oh my god, that's so amazing. Okay. The only thing that bothers me really is that this one is blue, right? This line right here is blue. Then if I were to change, now it's below, right? My blind ass cannot differentiate between this sometimes. That's literally my only issue. Okay, let's do the following. Come here, bookmarks. Go to show bookmarks toolbar. I don't know why you're hiding. The fuck? Even here you hiding. Bookmarks. Oh, it says hide, whatever. Alright. Show me Alpine. Let's start from Alpine. Show me Sway. 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 Yeah. Shout out to Sway. Alright. This is saying depends on all of this. That's fine. Don't really care. The size is 200. Install size 400. Sheesh. Alright. Sway awesome. Side packages. DCG, Waybar. Dish completion. Dog provides virtual sway. CMD. Oh, CMD is command message. Okay. Install. Okay. Okay, so I want to take a look at, oh, and it has this shell completion. That's good. So what we want to do is we're going to take a look at this shell completion. We want to take a look at sway bar for sure. Maybe DBG, I don't know. Some of the others. Because if I do sway and then star, you're gonna see that we have so many. KBD, R, image. Where is this? This is not from the same repo, right? Image ref for Wayland. No packages, releases 5 days ago. Does this show like, I don't know. Oh yeah, and the view multiple files, slide. I don't know, so I just want to see the fucking files. Because I install IMV. Right? I install IMV. Or we could, for example, compare. No, hold on, duplicate this guy. There you go. Go back. There was something IMV. RMV65. This is 200 and something. Why? Okay. Yeah, see, this is the problem. You cannot just, you know, blatantly go around and do shit. So you launch a desktop. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Actually, she's also grabbed there from the AUR. Swear like this. For window. MD. No, this is enough. But then it's like, okay, you're kind of calling a script. What? Okay, I like that it's small, but is it really just a script? Oh my god, it's just a script. Oh my god. But I gotta say, it's kind of small, so let's look at issue. Design new line. How about add some diable functions to this class? Customizing fast defined output. Okay, pull request. Low pass text requirements to fast define, super customized margin. I don't know. I like that it has multiple, like new window, blah blah blah. Sometimes you want to open a new window. Right now, I'm forced to open the first one and then only then open the new window. But I don't know. It's like All right. Let's start with Sway. Sway.org. We're gonna start our adventure here. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Release source code wiki. So this is the wiki. Okay. And their users. Okay, all proprietary graphics drivers are not officially supported, including NVIDIA proprietary driver. Open source can be used instead. Do not ask questions regarding the rule here. If you have a choice for hardware, keep open source in mind. Yeah. Login managers. I honestly don't care. This is the configuration, the display, multi-head. Yeah, and then you have focus output. Swear output. This is the following. Hold on. Can we do? See, I have to open this again. Why is that? Settings. Toolbar. You should just show the toolbar regardless. Long guard. Go to bookmark. Toolbar. There's no bookmark toolbar. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. It's here. Lamo. Okay, if it's here, let's just come here. Okay, package name. Manual. Listing Sway. There you go. This is exactly what I fucking wanted. Alright. Sway. Sway 5. Sway bar. sway input, sway output. I don't know what is IPC. And the message, the nagging, and finally the protocol. Alright, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Sway, verbose, configuration, validate. Oh, just a check. Okay, verbose, get socket. Good. This one I vaguely skimmed through this, not gonna lie. First got on startup. Because of preference setting, key binding, the lines. The configuration file may be extended through multiple lines character. No. Commands also can be given on the block form. Oh, so this is just an example, okay? It's identical to setting the motherfucker twice. Okay. Do we have? Let's go to sway, and then you go to config, and suddenly we have many things. But I like it like this. Damn, it's so many things. Alright, start with this. Screenshot browser. So this is just like variables, right? Then sway lock. This is another one I don't know much about. Sway lock. Wait, can we call it? Let's see. Sway lock. Okay. Sway lock. F S fill. Okay. It just locks the screen, I guess. Yeah, I thought it was gonna, ask for password or whatever. Is that optional? Arguments and supply the some value. Okay. Config only. Refer to serve 5 input and output. Default orientation. Wait, or we have that, no? If we come here, output, that's the next one. Right, yeah, output. That's it, right? Output 6, focus on output 6. This is the default. Okay. Yeah, looking good. Transform. So maybe we could use this instead of transform. Whatever. This is what executes command background. Default sway BG. But then it's like you have output, so why bother with this? Why bother with this? I don't get it. Include I was looking for X Wayland. Don't really care. Default. Default is better. Okay, these are runtime only, so no need to look at this. Even though this kind of works. I don't know what do you mean by run. Oh, I know. Wait a second. Cannot be. But it says cannot be used directly in the config file. But then you can use it in config file. For example, I'm using the focus. Focus output name. Isn't that what I'm using? Focus output name. I don't get it. Even gaps. Allow tiering. No. Allow tiering, yes or no. Disable screen tearing as a result of media page flip. When the option is not set, tearing is hint provided by the application determiner. When yes, specify the application allows tearing regardless of tearing hitting. When not specified, it will never be allowed regardless of the tearing. This only affects the tearing. This only affects if tearing is allowed on output through allow tiering setting. This way output, and then you can move. This is move. Is it move between workspaces? Okay. Restart window. Oh, split. Sticky. File format. Title format. And then these are configure runtime. Yeah. Yeah, let's just bind something. We've seen this already. Bind code. Bind switch. Injection. Oh yeah, background color. This command is ignored. It's only present for i3 compatibility. Bind, focus. Oh, these are the classes again. Focus inactive. Then border background text. Background. Background? What do I mean by background? Indicator. Count border. Oh, these are the default colors. Okay, focus. Okay. Here we have text black, but the tests are, wait, no, F is white. Oh shit. Yeah, this is black, there is black. Oh. Okay. But that's the thing, I don't even know what to put on this. Should we put black? I could go focused. What do you mean by background? Focus inactive. Oh, the background. Oh, the title bar. Oh, text on the title bar. So it depends on the thing, right? Indicator. Oh, color used to indicate where the new view will open. It will contain if this paint, blah, 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 blah. Short blah, 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 blah. Okay, so if something you can do like this. You can do like this. First of all, you can do like this. So you have input, output. Put in an output, I don't care. You can go allow the ring. No. Okay, let's see if the configuration will break. What did it say? Valid. Okay, whatever then. All right, what I want. Client focused. Can I do an A? And then background. Background I want. Bro, I want the same as this one. Hold on. Yeah. So you do split off. Anything honestly. Ghost. No. Put. Yep. Oh, it's 0B. Okay. So you do 0B, 0B, 0B. No. How am I tripping? Yeah, this is probably not gonna work. I fucking knew it. Alright. Expected at least 3 arguments got to that's the thing, I don't How about now? Still. Oh, invalid color. Oh no. And an invalid border color. I don't want to set the border color. What is this? Focused. Okay. Just paste this. Okay. And 3. Test can be white. I don't care. 4. There you go. There you go. Now you do the reload. There you go. So what do we have? We have that. It's kind of funky. You see, like here, it's not good. I like this. You pretty much remove the, but hold on. Let me see. Wait. And then you have like grayed out. Oh, and even marks like the last color you were in or whatever. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Maybe we want. Hold on. How did we end up with this? Yeah, go like this. I think my biggest problem is this stupid border. Let's try like this. 0. B, 0B, 0B. Right? We're gonna go like this. And this one will be 1. What are you saying? There you go. Right? Or even 2. There you go. Other text will be white. How about now? Looks kind of funky. I see. That looks kind of funky. I don't know. What the fuck happened? The indicator can be blue. I don't mind that. And it's actually active prominent. It's just this is not looking that good though. Look at this. This is the text, okay. Oh, this is supposed to be the background. Okay, what if we do the following? There you go. Oh, now it's looking better. Right? But it's just okay, when you are active, you don't have this stupid gap and you can kind of see what it is. I wish there was no border actually. Can we make it so 0B, 0B, 0B? Can we do that? There you go. Even though kind of look goofy. Right? And then just do like 1. There you go. I think this is gonna be fine. Yeah, so the last one that I connected, you can see it's kind of different. And the text go full white, right? There's this visual glitch here. That wasn't there before, but or we simply check. Man, why wasn't I wasn't able to tell this before? So annoying. See? Oh, it was there since the beginning. I see. Okay, if it was there since the beginning, I don't really care. Why? I don't really care. So just go with something, I don't know. But I'm not gonna lie, I can now barely see which one is which. Oh. Okay. Okay. I say put the same color as before, right? Put the same color as before. Yeah, there you go. Problem solved, right? Yeah, then you know, oh, this is the one, and then you get the highlight from this, and there you go. Now it become, you know, on theme instead of, you know, trying to look for, you know, reason or whatever. I know what it is, right? I don't have to think. Okay. And I can always, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see that. Oh, maybe there isn't. Yeah, I'm here, okay. Okay, how about this? Let's do two. So save and then reload. I think it's okay. Yeah. It's not changing much though, so maybe no. Whatever. Okay, how about, hold on, how about fully black, like this. Like this. There you go. Now this is the most prominent. Alright. Now there's no doubt. Not only you get the highlight, but you also get most color or whatever. Do like this. Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, this is much better. Okay. Nice. Very good. Okay. Then the other one. The other one was. What was the other one? The other one was how to actually the mapping, yeah. The mapping. Have the basics, okay. Float modifier, whatever. How about there was something about scratch pad. Yeah, there you go. It was mod shift minus. Look how this is sending this to Vim. What? How about this? One shift minus. Minus. Oh, and then. I see. This is moving. Oh shit. So the minus is a different minus. Okay. Okay. So 3, 4. Where is it? Oh. Oh, that's the chat. How about this one? So I brought it back from the scratch pad and it died. Okay. Yeah, I can tell which one is which. That's good. Then if I do, why does it come back as something else? Hold on. Scratch pad. If you are the next scratch pad window, or hide the focus scratch pad windows. So you move the scratch pad. Oh, that's why I was not able to click. Okay, so that means, okay, so that means if I do, but it's minus from this one instead of the other one. And then minus this one. So this should what? This should hide it. Okay, let's add what? Let's add, come here. Okay, and then you do, it just shows the one at the top. But how do I take it from Scratchpad? This cannot be everything. What the fuck? Something so important. Okay. Scratch pad. Sway. Get an application back from Scratchpad. See, I'm not the only one. First you need to open Scratchpad. Then pressing one minus repeatedly will cycle to application. Then the Scratchpad is focused. It behaves like a floating window. You can make a toggle. Mod shift space. So okay, so we go to 5. Mod minus. And then mod shift space. Okay, and then what? Then I go to 6. Mod shift space. I see. But I want to send this to 1. I went there. Then I go back to 6. Can kill. Oh, you. Wait a minute. Maybe you can kill. Wait. Okay. And then you have to do this to see. Oh, so this scratchpad feature is actually cool. You'll have what? Then you have to do space. Too many presses. I would do just Windows T. Windows T to kind of toggle, right? Because shift space, that's way too much pressing. Okay, so we can do that right now. Go to 4. Just command D. Yeah, there you go. Toggle window. Do we have T? Maybe it will work. There you go. Oh, look at this. Now I just do T. And this to toggle anyways. Then I go to the next one. There's nothing scratch pad, okay. Okay, so that means that's it, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Should be like that, nice. Now I get it. Move to focus parent container. There's way too much here. Or you can delete, start the browser, start the terminal. Was it? Hold on. Was it Alt? I remember we had a shortcut, no? Is this? Oh, it's just okay. Yeah, because you cannot simulate that one. Yep. Just do this. Alright. Whatever. Saw function there. I was like, whatever. Alright. Yeah. This is okay. Okay, then we can take a look at W menu run or whatever. Alright. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, we done that. Mouse follow whatever. The way it is okay. Default border. Default burger. Gaps. Kill. Mode. Show marks. No marks. Display. Marks will be displayed with any mark that starts with underscore. Now be drawn even with default. If show is yes. Default is yes. Okay. Doesn't bother me. Criteria, ID, workspace. It will not show current output if switches to the next car workspace on the current output or on the next output if it's last in workspace. So basically, can change. Yeah, we can close this one. Even this one, there's nothing there. All right. This one for now just stay open. Yeah. All right. So here, just go prev. Okay, next. There's no next. Okay. Whatever. There should be something. This is resizing. Never done the resize. Floating toggle parent. Oh, there you go. So if I do mod tab, this is not doing anything. Okay. Mod tab not doing anything. Workspace. Next. Okay. And workspace. Ref. Can we do this? Oh, the WC. But this is technically not moving on the windows though. It's just moving on the workspace. So if you assume that one window has the one workspace, then that's fine. It's just and then this switches in the next output. Workspace back and forth. Switches to the previous focus workspace. I don't know what to set this. Because I definitely don't want, like, if I hold, it's just, okay, it's gonna flashbang me. I rather like tab. Okay, wait. Wait a second. Oh, this is new. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm kind of getting the hang of it. What's the name? What I want. I want workspace. Yeah. Sway shift tab. Right? This tab by sway tab. Oh my god, sway Linux. Get this music out of here. Settings shift tab. One shortcut for sway. Switch to the first last tab. Hotkeys. Hotkeys, super. Next workspace, previous workspace. There you go. Yeah. Because if we do Control N on etc sway config and then we do tab. See, there's no fucking tab, bro. Next. Yeah, there's nothing here. Even though this guy's saying, yeah, sure, for sure. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Oh. Okay. But then we'll never know. Okay, I don't see nothing much here. I have everything that I kind of need. The in-house way input. Maybe there we're gonna find something. This is bar. Okay. Bar command defaults to sway bar. So we're not looking at this. Hold on. Yeah, I think we need the config again. Exec input map status bar. All right. Yeah, that's it. I just have bar position, a little bit of colors, and that's it. Oh, look at this. We found the background. I want to kind of blend in with that. Where is the output? Go to B, to the end. 3W, no. Inactive workspace. Okay. So you go 3 2 3 2 3 2. and then you do see. What? Ah, shit. Don't see anything. Did we crash? Oh my god. Yeah, that's the problem of fucking crashing. Hold on. Go to Control Alt, Control F2. There you go. Under this. No. Just go as root so we don't load stupid sway or whatever. VI etc, not etc, sorry. Home. Yeah. Config sway. What was it? Output. What is it output? I don't know. Oh my god, there's nothing here. Oh my god. What was it? Yeah, I think it was output. There you go. And then you just do 0B, 0B, 0B. Alright. Then you save. Okay. There you go. Q. Then you Control Alt F1. And then you do the reload. Nothing. Wait. Unless. Wait a second. Go to the man. Wait, am I able to? Oh, see, sway is kind of working. Look at this shit. I'm able to switch. It's just number 4. The one that doesn't want to cooperate. Why? I don't know. But yeah, people swear that oh Linux is ready. Oh my god. I'm like, how? Are we using the different operating system or something? My god damn it. So you just do ls on this. Yeah, it's owned by Undergrounder. That is good. And we do VI on B0. Yeah, why it's not working? Why it's not working? Why is it not working? Alright, I think that's it, no? I think that's it. We crashed our fucking desktop. Let me try one more time. So I can see that it's loading, but I don't see anything. I'm not even able to run nothing. I don't even know how am I gonna restart. Okay. Okay, let's go there again. Probably gonna crash the fucking live stream, but whatever. PSX. Kill all. First, I need to kill all podman.